Hi, this is Mark Brown from Pocket Gamer with another weekly roundup of new iOS games and a more enthusiastic voice than last week. Thanks so much for your feedback, keep it coming and enjoy the video. 1001 Attempts from Everplay is a wicked fun arcade game. It's simple, all you have to do is hit one button to bounce between the floor and ceiling, while collecting gems and avoiding all manner of enemies and hazards. It's hard and it moves at a lickety-split pace, but it's super addictive and it's got this great retro aesthetic. It's all chunky pixels and chip-tuned beats. It's a fab time waster for fans of games like Super Hexagon and Super Crate Box and Super Meat Boy and all the games with Super in the title except Super Trolley with Jimmy Savile. Not that one, definitely not. Real Racing 3 has certainly been a controversial game and it's only just come out. This is probably the most high profile free-to-play game on iOS right now, and its monetization strategy has come under some intense scrutiny. First, the racing itself is fantastic. It looks outstanding, the real-world tracks are great, the racing model is finely tuned. When you're on the track, Real Racing 3 is fantastic. But then there's the more shady side of it all. Paying for cars, waiting for repairs, shelling out for upgrades. This is all going to be a very big talking point for the foreseeable future. Oh goody. Up in Flames is your Chilingo game of the week. This one is Angry Birds for Pyromaniacs. So instead of firing ballistic projectiles, you launch a ball of fire which sends certain materials up in flames. So wood burns to the ground, while stone simply shrugs it off. It allows for some smart puzzles, sure, but it doesn't really do enough to stand out from all these physics puzzlers. The flame effect is not very good, it's no Little Inferno or Far Cry 2 or anything. And everything is just kind of slow, the fire propagation effect and the general pace and progression of the game just makes it kind of sluggish. I like my iOS games to be immediate. Now, Gravity Duck, this is a very immediate game. One level spills over into the next and you respawn in a snap when you die. I do so like immediacy in my iOS games. Anyway, this one is a game where you play as a duck who can manipulate gravity and bounce from floor to ceiling like 1001 Attempts before, or V from Terry Kavanagh. But unlike that game, you also get these gravity wells which spin you around, so now you're walking on the walls too. It's pretty fun and I quite like the art, but it's kind of a bit sedate, a bit repetitive, a bit boring. It's not the best take on this idea. If nothing else, Killer Snake proves that there are still some fresh ideas on the App Store. In this one, you play chicken with various deadly and, might I add, terrifyingly realistic looking snakes in order to take a sample of their venom. All you have to do is hold your finger on the screen to rile up the cobra, then remove your finger just as it strikes. It's all about reaction, so the longer you leave it, the higher your score. If you're too early, you get called a chicken because it's apparently cowardly to not want to have your fleshy finger within striking distance of a deadly, venomous snake. Apparently. Anyway, this game's kind of basic, but it wins a lot of points for originality at least. Red Russia is a Korean-made iPhone game, which is best described as Elite Beat Agents: The Autorunner. In each stage, your mafioso hero dashes down these corridors and dispatches random henchmen in time to the music. You'll tap and swipe and hold your pinky on the screen, and hopefully all with good rhythm. It looks a treat and it's suitably tough and it's just a lot of fun to play. The only downsides are that the music kind of sucks and it doesn't work on the iPad and doesn't support the iPhone 5's big screen. A boo! Journey to Hell is ugly and not very much fun to play. Need I say more? Oh, okay, apparently I do. Okay, so you basically gun down waves of these zombie things with increasingly powerful weapons with the same awkward, cumbersome touchscreen controls that plague all these 3D games on mobile. It's got joyless levels, ugly art style, generic ideas, and you'll tire of shooting these dull enemies in about, I don't know, 7 seconds. I say, skip it. I'm doing a funny voice for some reason. Skip it. What am I doing? AVP Evolution is a close quarters brawler featuring everyone's favourite aliens. No, not E.T. and Alf. That would be a good game. No, I'm talking about Alien and Predator. The game's got 2 campaigns, and you play as both monsters, and you beat up dudes. The combat is kind of fun, and boy does this game look good, but it's kind of a bit monotonous and tiresome. It needed more Alf, basically. Towel Fight 2 is some crazy stuff. It's a twin-stick shooter in the world of The Legend of Zelda, but you fire animals out of a gun and this stupid pug dog follows you everywhere you go. It's one of those games that's kind of weird for weird's sake, but it still manages to make me laugh. Actually, just the sheer absurdity of the words that fly out of enemies when you hit them is enough to make me giggle. Giggle. I don't know what's going on in this game or anything about it or anything, but I kind of like it. I think it deserves further investigation. I just got an elephant's head. Hooray. And finally, Penumbra. It's a clever new game from Bulky Pix and Underground Taco. It's all about light and shadow, so if you mess with these lights by tapping on them, they make platforms for the bear to walk along. I've only just started playing this one, so the jury is still out on whether or not it uses this smart concept properly, but right now it looks like a promising game and worth checking out. Right, that's all. See you next week. Now get out of my video.